Hi everyone, welcome back to Steamflow. Today we're checking out a game called Dfiance. Not to be confused with Dfiance, the 2013 MMO that came out after a TV show, which was actually pretty great. This one is a tactical card game that hit Steam earlier in August, and it's free to play, strategy heavy and focused on competitive play. But how does it actually run on the Steam Deck? Let's find out. Now, Dfiance is a PvP deck building card game that plays out like a battlefield. It's a bit different than other card games because you can directly control your cards. You're not just placing cards, you're pretty much deploying armies across 4 different lanes, and you can use spells to disrupt your opponents. You can destroy other cards or enhance your cards, but you don't directly attack with your cards, and you're basically trying to outthink your opponent across a set number of turns, which can usually be 10 turns per person, up to 15 turns. So it's sort of like you're building up to that finale to have the better army at the end, and that's how you win. It's free to play with no pay to win mechanics. At least that's what the developers are saying. Progression comes from playing, and you can earn and upgrade your cards. There is also an in-game auction shop where people can bid on other people's cards, and that's how you can get different cards. There are ranked battles, weekend tournaments, team challenges, and even a spectate mode where you can watch high-level players. Now, jumping into performance on the deck isn't great, isn't perfect. The game has very few graphical settings, basically a low and normal preset, plus the option to turn card VFX on or off. Now, these don't really impact frame rate that much. Even on low settings, the game doesn't lock to 60 FPS. It hovers between 50 and 60 FPS. Now, battery life at those settings is around 2 hours and 30 minutes, which is not much. I expected a little bit more for a card game, but if you cap it to 30 FPS, it goes up to about 3 hours and 15 minutes on the OLED, and at the absolute lowest settings, you can squeeze it out to around 3 hours and 30 minutes. Overall, I recommend sticking with the normal preset card VFX on and the 30 FPS cap. That gives you the most stable experience despite the disappointing battery life. Now onto controls and UI. Dfiance has no native controller support, but the good news is that you only need to use the right trackpad as a mouse. The only 2 buttons you're ever going to need is left and right mouse click, and I had no issues with that at all. It feels smooth enough to play casually on the deck, even without any controller bindings. One thing to note is the game doesn't actually support 16:10 aspect ratio, so you get black bars at the top and bottom. It's not game breaking, but it's definitely noticeable. Now, even with the simple options, the game looks pretty clean. Each card has distinct art, animations, and the battlefield is presented in a way that feels tactical but not cluttered. It's definitely more about clarity than flashy effects, which works for a strategy card game. Now, the disappointing here, as I said, is definitely the battery life. For a card game, you'd expect much better efficiency. Instead, it draws a surprising amount of power, and you're locked in that 2.5 hours to 3.5 hour window no matter what you do. There isn't much more optimization you can apply. I'm not sure if this can be changed at all in the future. So yeah, you can play Dfiance on the Steam Deck. I think it runs fine, feels comfortable with the trackpad and looks solid. Just don't expect great battery life. It's best to enjoy the 30 FPS, and if you're into competitive card games and want something that rewards strategy over luck, maybe this one is worth to take a look. It's free, so you're not losing anything but time. Now, to sweeten the deal, I've got a little giveaway for you. The developers actually provided me with 3 codes for in-game currency. With this in-game currency, you can buy new cards or card packs. There's going to be a link in the description below, which will take you to the giveaway page. And the first 3 people who enter their details, they will get an email back with a code. It's on a first-come, first-served basis, so be quick if you want to grab one. That's it for this video. If you found this helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more Steam Deck coverage. And if you like this kind of coverages, check out my Steamflow curated page. I'll have a link for it in the description. I post benchmarks, battery life, performance tips, and pretty much everything that I cover in these videos. So it would be really awesome if you followed me there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.